Hello everyone and welcome to English 101 at Endicott College. I am your instructor, Dr. David DiSarro, and the purpose of this video is to walk you through some of the expectations for the course as well as how to navigate through certain things. Just to preface, I'm speaking fairly slowly, at least for me, and that's so that the audio captioning can work when I upload this to YouTube. So I apologize if it sounds rather slow and monotonous, but that's why, to make sure we have accessibility for all for this video. First, this is your My Endicott portal to the course. When you sign in to My Endicott, you should see a list of whatever courses you are enrolled in. And our course is English 101 UP14. It's an online course, section 1. So when you first come to the page, you should see something that looks like this. Now here I've got a little welcome to the course. We've got a calendar there along the right hand side that tells you when the various due dates are. The big thing for this is the relevant information in terms of your assignments. Various handouts are located here along the bottom of the page. Examples of various kinds of assignments, so certainly feel free to take a read and a look through of those. And then the other part where you're going to be submitting most of your assignments will be over here. Discussion, commentary, and exercises. So really there are various forums here. So you'd click on Forums, and it gives you all the different options. So you folks will have discussion postings that are due weekly. You'll occasionally have some writing exercises, and then you'll be commenting on each other's posts as well. All of those assignments are graded. So all of those are going to be put here. How you actually do a posting is you go over here, say for example discussion posting 1, which will be due next week. You click on discussion posting. You click on here where it says prompt number 1, and then it shows you what the prompt is for next week. Now to submit your response, all you have to do is click reply, and then myself and others will be able to read it as part of the course. One word of caution is sometimes, occasionally, for whatever reason, My Endicott might time out, so you might want to draft your response in a word processor first, and then post it to here, be able to copy and paste it. You'll be able to submit commentaries here as well to your classmates. The only thing that's not going to be submitted here for assignments is drafts of your actual papers. Those will be emailed directly to me. So I'll go over that in a second. So really this is where everything's going to live. You've got a copy of the syllabus that's here under syllabus. I'm going to go through the syllabus with you folks in a second, but as a .doc or a PDF, they're both there. You can always check on your grades by clicking on Gradebook. And if I have any announcements for the courses or for the course or anything, I post it here as well as typically email you folks as well. So let's go through the syllabus a little bit. Let's see. If I were to click on syllabus right here and click on that and open, we've got our syllabus. I was working on a poem there, you could see, my other life. But here we have all of my contact information. There's my phone number if you're somebody that's off campus. If you're somebody that's on campus, there's the extension number. I do hold office hours. I know a lot of folks are off campus, whether it's at some of the international campuses or some of the satellite campuses, so you might not be able to make it onto campus per se, but I am here and available to talk with you folks, whether it's through email, through Skype, through the phone, whatever it needs to be during those particular office hours, and I check my email very regularly, so you can always feel free to email me as well. This goes through some information. I'm not going to go through every little detail, but gives us a course description, gives my own little about the course, what I feel this course is. Really, it's to help prepare you folks for a lot of the academic writing you might see going in an undergraduate institution. So that's crafting arguments, that's being descriptive with your writing, that's, yes, doing some things that involve grammar. But grammar to me and those minor concerns are secondary. A lot of times if our ideas or our organization or some aspects of our thought process haven't been fully formed, then the grammar and sentence structure and everything else becomes secondary because we're going to have to change some other things around beforehand anyway. But really this course is to prep you for upper level courses, as well as just give you a firm basis for what you might experience for academic writing. These are the goals of the course as outlined by Endicott. You can feel free to take a read through there. The required text, I've emailed you folks this. It's the Lester Fagley Writing a Guide for College and Beyond, so make sure you pick that up. For this week, I know the course starts today, but for this week I haven't assigned anything in terms of writing or in terms of reading, but that's under the assumption you folks are working to get the textbook and you'll get caught up as soon as you get it. There will be readings as well as an assignment that's going to be due for next week, a couple of readings and assignments. The course requirements, I'll go through this fairly quickly. This just really outlines all the different types of assignments for the course, and there are 3 major papers. One is more of a narrative paper that also brings in some elements of visual composition. The second paper is an analysis paper, specifically the concept of rhetorical analysis, which we'll talk more about as the course moves along. An inventing arguments paper, really just a fancy way of saying a persuasive paper. So you're picking a side of a particular issue, and then you are trying to support for your particular side. One thing that I try to do is, in playing to people's strengths, is giving folks a lot of options for what forms these various essays can take. In some cases it could be that you choose to do a video essay. It could be that you choose to do something else altogether, like a letter to the editor. I'm very open to that, and I want to make sure to play to your folks, your strengths, as well as give you a firm basis for some of the other things you might encounter. The other thing is that discussion board postings, writing exercises, commentary, those are the things that you will have on a weekly basis. You will always have a discussion board posting. Every other week you typically have one writing exercise, but every week you also have commentary of each other's work. And commentary, it's not just, oh hey, this is great, I liked it, or I totally disagree with you here. It's supporting what it is that you're saying, what you're trying to back up in terms of how you respond to other people's work. Again, respectfully, positive critique, positive feedback, trying to create a safe environment for folks to be able to kind of air whatever is on their mind in terms of the course material. Typically, starting next week, in fact, you will have one draft, whether it's an early draft or a final draft of each of the major papers as well. So be sure to take a little bit of time to look over the assignment sheets, to look over the syllabus, to look at some of the examples that are online so you can get a sense of what the expectation will be. Final portfolio, one thing that I have you folks do is compile all of your work at the end of the semester, and this takes on the form of a website that you folks will create. Now, you don't have to know code, you don't have to know any kind of crazy thing. You might feel like you're not good with computers, and that's totally fine. Again, I am here to help in terms of any questions or comments or concerns, anything that you folks might need to negotiate. There are wonderful, wonderful web-based design things that are out there that really, if you can run Microsoft Word, fairly well, then you'll be able to put together a web page to do the portfolio for the class. So don't worry about that. Participation, late work, preparation for the course. I typically don't accept late work. Now, again, this is a little bit different because it's an online course. It's an online environment. And a lot of you folks are, doing other things as part of your lives, whether you're in the military, whether you are teaching or working, or trying to, get your feet wet in terms of undergraduate education. And with all of that in mind, I have a little bit of flexibility. I say a little bit, but make sure to always keep in contact with me. If you know that you're going to be late on something, or you need a little bit of an extension for whatever reason, that's okay. Just got to make sure you keep me in the loop, and it's not that you're not communicating with me so I don't know what's going on. There's the grading, how that breaks down. One thing too to encourage you folks to utilize is the Writing Center here at Endicott. There are online appointments that you can make so that you don't necessarily have to, again, physically be on campus to get some of that extra support and help. Formatting of the papers. If you are somebody that qualifies for accommodations under the ADA, then feel free to let me know. I can get you in touch with the right folks in case you need some additional accommodations for the course. Academic integrity, read through that. Again, I'm not anticipating that being an issue for you folks, but make sure that you read through it. So this is how your first week's going to shake out. I'm not going to give you much more than just sort of having to worry about the first week. So today is Wednesday, the 15th, so you don't have anything until next week on Tuesday. And I try to break things up, give you folks deadlines to keep folks on point and honest. You can see that there is a lot of reading for next week, but what I try to do is front load the reading when you're typically doing a lot less writing. So that way you kind of can ease into the course a little bit. So again, make sure you get that textbook, make sure you're able to do the readings. Also, there is your first discussion board posting that's going to be due in those forums that I showed you by 5 p.m. on that Tuesday. The following Thursday, the 23rd, more readings and a writing exercise. Most of the time with the discussion board postings and the writing exercises, they are opportunities for you folks to play around, to experiment, to draw upon personal narratives or personal experience, to be able to connect with whatever subject matter it is that we are covering in the course. So certainly, you have a lot of range of what you can do with that and those assignments. For that Friday, so a week from this Friday, the first draft of your visual narrative essay, the visual and written components, will be due. I'll be posting another video in a little while, within the next couple of days, that gives you more definition of what that assignment is and how it typically looks. But again, there are examples that are posted on the My Endicott page that you can take a look at, read through, so feel free to do that at your own leisure. So that's the start of the course in a nutshell. That's your introduction. Again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns at any time as we go through the course, just need reassurance about certain kinds of things, or again, just need some time or want to talk about your ideas, just feel free to let me know. I just ask that you folks stay in communication with me so I can help you folks as best as I can to ensure that you are successful in the course. But that's it. Again, if you folks have anything that you want to make known to me, feel free to contact me. All my contact information is here on the syllabus. There's my email address as well as my phone number. Okay? So I will talk to you folks again very soon, and welcome.